Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As required by Section 84-1412, subsection 8 of the Nebraska statutes, notice is hereby given that a copy of the Opens Meeting Act is posted for your examination on the wall inside the door to these city council chambers. Before we have a roll call, I would like to welcome our guests to this meeting of the Chadron City Council. Could we have a roll call, please?
George Coyne.
Here.
Mark Graves.
Here.
Shane Shepherd.
Here.
Joe Johnson.
Here.
We have a motion for approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second that.
Motion by Mark, seconded by Shane to approve the agenda. Could we have roll call, please?
John Drew.
Yes.
Coyne.
Yes.
Graves.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Could we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Motion by Joe, seconded by Mark to approve the consent agenda. Consent agenda includes minutes for the city council meeting from October 21st. We have no correspondence. There are no minutes for boards and commissions. There were 2 administratively approved special designated licenses for the Ridge Wedding Reception at the fairgrounds on November 2nd, and Niobrara Valley Vineyards Chris Kingle Christmas Boutique at the fairgrounds on December 7th. We have annual reports for Ace Keno Fund recipients for the 2023-24 fiscal year, and they are from Western Community Health Resources, who received funds of $5,703.66. Fur Trade Days Inc., which received $4,500. Keep Chadron Beautiful, which has received $1,736.34. Pine Ridge Quilters received $1,560. And Dawes and Sioux County RSVPs received $4,500. So could we have roll call, please?
John Drew.
Yes.
Coyne.
Yes.
Graves.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Okay, we have an introduction of a new employee.
Good evening, council. This is Les, Chadron Street Supervisor for 13 East Niobrara. I'd like to introduce Abraham Ledee, one of our new street maintenance operators.
Hi guys, I'm back. I used to drive for the bus, I'm just doing it, but I'm working for the street department also. Hey,
Well, good.
good deal.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, moving right on to item number C on your agenda.
I'd like to introduce resolution 2024-95.
Second. I'll second that.
Motion by Mark, seconded by Shane to approve resolution 2024-95, which is the year-end certification as city street superintendent for 2024 per requirement of the state of Nebraska Department of Transportation. In your packet, there's a number of background information about it. I'm sure you read every word of it.
Twice.
So it's a requirement from the state of Nebraska. So is there any questions? If not, could we have roll call, please?
John Drew.
Yes.
Coyne.
Yes.
Graves.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Okay. Item number D on the agenda.
I'd like to introduce resolution 2024-69 and move for its approval.
96.
Oh, that's it. 69. Dyslexic. 96.
96.
Yes, 96. Move for its approval. I'll second that.
motion by Shane, seconded by Joe for resolution 2024-96, which is to approve specifications for a new 2024 or 2025 3/4 ton extended cab four-wheel drive pickup for the water department and authorize notice to dealers. Included in our information are the specifications that the dealers will be working from. Are there any questions about any of the specifications?
I like that you include the year and picture of the old truck to see what's replacing. It's,
Well,
You guys have any specifics that I can tell you about right now?
I was wondering when I saw that picture, will you miss that utility box?
No, because I'm planning on doing it.
So
I'm planning on doing that truck and skipping.
should we be ordering with the delete? Would that save us money? Delete the box?
The dealerships about that, and they're gonna come with a delete on that already.
Oh, okay.
And then I will get that box once we know what the dealer, which dealer we're going with.
Okay.
I will be looking at that once we know how we're gonna go.
Because you always see all these pickup boxes for sale, brand new ones. You know, and to me it seems silly, but
That one is not good.
yeah, this was particular. Okay, yeah. So that'll be another bid process for a bed, or is there a certain brand that you think you're going to?
Is what I'm gonna be looking at.
Okay.
It's the same brand as what's on the old truck.
Yeah.
Plus, that's what we have on that one ton now. And it's been a good box.
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm looking at right now.
Does anyone have any other questions? If not, you have a roll call.
I wanted to know anything about the extended cab. The reason I was trying to go with the extended cab and not just a single cab
Yes.
was, that being a main out truck for us, along with that one ton, is usually what we take on site for, our utility breaks and stuff like that. Especially in that extended cab is a place to put our saws, stuff like that, our patches, in winter especially, where it's 40 below. We need a place that's warmer for those pieces of equipment, that we not saw or whatever.
Yeah, I almost forgot my most important question, or one I wanted to clarify. You say extended cab, that the term I think Ford uses, the General Motors products uses a double cab.
Yeah. So they have-
Ram uses a quad cab. Those,
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, so what I'm looking at, so like if it was Ford, it'd be like the extended cab, which would be just like the half doors though.
Yeah, okay.
If you go to like GMC, they call it a quad cab, but it's not like a full,
Right.
like.
Yeah,
cab.
yeah.
Our one ton similar to that is considered an extended cab.
Yeah.
It's got 4 doors, but it's not full back into it. It's kind of what we're looking at.
So, any other questions? If not, could you have a roll call, please?
John,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Graves,
yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Okay, item number E.
I'll move, to approve resolution 2024-97.
I'll second that.
A motion by Joe, seconded by Mark. Resolution number 2024-97, which is to approve specifications for one new 2024 or 2025 police pursuit / special service vehicle rated pickup for the police department and authorize notice to dealers.
Evening,
Ten.
Gabriel Walls of the Lieutenant Police Department, 25 Main Street here in Chadron. Just open open to any questions. We're looking to get a pickup this year instead of the SUVs. Helps us out with some winter driving, so we don't have to borrow from our counterparts at the street shop, which is not an outfitted police vehicle. It also helps with picking up bicycles, things like that. That's kind of a common thing, as well as deer, skunks, things like that. So we're not having to try to fit them or put them in our enclosed, I guess, driver compartment of an SUV.
So, we talked about this in the agenda meeting a little bit, and I want you to talk to all the council members. When you say police pursuit, that's a speed-rated vehicle, where the little bit of research I did, Ram has a special services vehicle that is not speed-rated, but does that meet your specifications or not?
Correct. Yes, it does. During the agenda meeting, we had talked with our insurance company, Alarm, and they said that it needs to be a police pursuit package vehicle, just to reduce liability if an officer were to be involved in a pursuit and get in a crash or something like that. However, they called the Monday afterwards and said that the special service vehicle would fit as well.
Oh,
So it does
okay.
not have to be the police pursuit package alone. That's why I changed the specifications on there.
Okay, I was wondering about that because
Yes.
on the lovable internet, I found a place that has a couple 2023 brand new ones at very good prices, but
So
that's another story, I
is
guess.
there other accessories that will need to go on this then?
It would need to be upfitted with a cage and all our radios, radars, things like that. That's a separate cost. That's a company, Sontec, who we go through in Rapid City. They've done all our other cars.
And we've reached the point, as I last heard, that transferring equipment from one vehicle to the next is hopeless because the technology changes too much. And
With some of it, it does.
Yeah.
We just got brand new in-car cameras. I think those would be pretty seamless because the last couple that they upfitted for us were already ready for the people who installed those,
Okay.
who came to the police department and installed those. So they were pretty easy to do. I think that would be pretty easy to transfer. I think that would work okay. Cages, gun racks, stuff like that, that doesn't translate quite as well. It doesn't ever fit the same, it doesn't seem like. So it's just a big squeak box, if you will, when you're trying to drive around. Radios and stuff like that, really the high dollar equipment, they're pretty transferable into other vehicles. Cages, gun racks, not so much.
Anyone have any other questions?
Good. I did notice, we were talking about the police packages, and I was there when we were talking earlier about the requirements with our insurance, which I understand. I see on the specs in the powertrain that it says the heavy-duty police special service package suspension preferred. In the event that we are bid vehicles that don't have that, is that gonna be a detriment to what you guys need it for?
It would be nice to have, just with, if we ever have to go out to the county or into like fires and stuff like that. I don't know that it would be a detriment though if we did not have that.
So it would still be fully functional for everything you need. It'd be nice to have, but it wouldn't make it to where you
I'm-
would regret not having it.
Yeah, I think that's preferred.
Yeah.
I'm confident though that without it, we can still get by okay.
Okay. I just wanna make sure you guys are getting what you need.
Yes, sir.
Nope, that sounds good.
Okay. Could we have roll call, please?
John Drew,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Graves,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Okay, moving on to item F. Someone like to
I'll
introduce?
introduce resolution, 2024-98 and move for its approval.
I'll second that.
Motion by Shane, seconded by Joe for resolution 2024-98. It's just to approve a lease agreement between the city of Chadron and the Solid Waste Agency in Northwest Nebraska, otherwise known as SWAN, for the purpose of SWAN to use city property to construct and operate a baler and an office area. We had looked at the draft in last meetings, and I think we ironed out everything, so
Any questions?
That's to go, because in my packet here, my written packet, it's probably online, but I don't have a copy of that, but I had it last time, so.
Just for Bev, Jake Stewart, Executive Director of Swan, 1010 East Niobrara Street. So, yeah, any questions you guys may have, we should be ready to roll.
When they're gonna be done?
That's a great question, Shane. That is a great question, loaded question. But with this resolution, with the agreement, once I have that in place, next week I'll have the dirt agreement, which is just straight across the road. I think we had talked about that before, the old Havard place, so just basically right across the road from Butler Ag. That's where the dirt is. It is exactly 2.5 miles to the site, which is a perfect haul. I'm not hauling it 10 miles south of town or anything. And we've worked out an agreement with that landowner that they will get free services for so many years. That's what they want for the dirt. That's probably the cheapest dirt you will ever find. So, and it passed the compaction test, geotech, everything came back. So as soon as that's signed off, I've had dirt contractors getting a hold of me. So as soon as that comes back, we could be starting within the next 2 weeks. That's what I'm hoping. So as long as they get their bids back and everybody comes in, we'll move. So, and it's just been local contractors so far that's reached out to me.
Is the baler still on track, Jake? I'm sorry, just asking.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
Yes, so it is actually just sitting there. I may have to talk to XL and see if they can pump the brakes just a little bit more so we don't end up with a baler getting brought out here and placed and covered with a big tarp. You know, I wanna have something in place, at least the concrete, we can build around it, that's no big deal, but I just gotta have them pump the brakes just a little bit. That dirt and concrete's gonna take some time, and then if we can lay that in there, we should be pretty good. But we are still, even today, broke down, busted down. So hopefully we'll be back up and running with the antique dinosaur tomorrow. Once we get, you know, $300 worth of parts shipped for $400 freight. Something like that. It's just, it's incredible. You're talking old stuff that nobody's wanting to carry. So you're gonna pay to get it here. Any other questions, you guys?
Okay. Could we have a roll call, please?
John Drew,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Graves,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Okay, item number G.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, thanks.
Thank you, Jake.
I'll introduce resolution 2024-99 and move for its adoption.
I'll second that.
Motion by Mark, seconded by Joe. Resolution 2024-99 is to appoint the city manager as a representative and the public works supervisor as alternate representative to the Public Alliance for Community Energy Board of Directors, abbreviated as ACE. Any discussion? I don't know what else we would do because we got to do it right. So, could we have a roll call, please?
John Drew,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Graves,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Okay, moving on to item H.
I'll introduce resolution 2024-100 and move for its adoption.
I will second that.
Motion by Joe, seconded by Mark. Resolution number 2024-100 to allow for temporary use of US 20 at the intersection of US 20 and Main Street for the 2024 Parade of Lights on December 5th, 2024. Anybody have any questions or comments? It's always nice to see the Christmas season start. Emily's big time of the year is Christmas. She just loves Christmas, so.
That's nice to have unseasonably warm weather.
Yes, so, no other questions, we'll have roll call, please.
John Drew,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Graves,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Okay, item number I on our agenda.
Resolution 2024-101, move for its approval.
I'll second that.
Motion by Shane, seconded by Joe for resolution number 2024-101 to authorize posting of the notice of grant availability for Chadron Community Betterment Funds generated by the Keno Lottery and ACE Public Alliance for Community Energy Revenues, and to release the request for applications. And I'll let Tom address a little bit about the background of this.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. What we're looking at doing is in the past, we had gone out, last year was around $18,000, and that's why we included that in your consent agenda, was the annual reports of what we did last year, so that the council would have a chance to review those. And we had more needs than what we had for monies available. And so after discussion with the council during the budget time, we did raise that up to 20,000, which will come out of the funds 52 and 53 for that purposes. And I guess I don't know if there's anything else out there, and we're hoping that we get enough applicants that'll be interested in some of those monies.
When will how long is that application open for? 60
Okay,
days?
60 days,
From the
yeah.
time that it's open, it's got 60 days.
Until it comes back to the council for its final approval.
Thank you.
Thereabouts,
Yeah.
depending on how it goes.
And so when does it open?
Once you guys give us approval to go ahead and do it, we'll get it started as soon as possible. I believe this week we may be able to get it done, or the latest would be next week. Just depends on how the staffing can get it all taken care of, and get it all posted.
When you say 60 days and with the holidays coming up, I would maybe suggest maybe a little later than that. Maybe at the end of
After November's good.
end of January or something. Maybe even, and January is closed out a lot of stuff for the end of the year. Maybe even say February 15th. I don't
We could
think,
extend
I
it
don't,
longer, correct?
We could do it whenever, and just some of the programs, I think, need the money sooner than later.
they do,
It's
okay.
kind of a balancing thing. Part of the requirement is to use the money by August,
Okay,
so
so what would you feel comfortable with? Sticking with that 60 days or?
60 days and sending the notice out about November 15th.
Okay.
And then to the January 15th.
15th,
So
okay.
It should give everyone plenty of time to.
Okay,
And that'll also give our staff some time to get everything done properly, document it, and going from there.
okay. Any other questions? Okay, could we have a roll call, please?
Chandru,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Graves,
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Okay, item J, update on the city clerk position.
Should we, I guess, I'd like to make a motion that we hire Katie Parks as the new city clerk of Chadron.
And,
The pay and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. And, well, first time I ever hired somebody. And, set her pay at, is it 30?
Don't get it
it'd
wrong.
be the,
So I'm asking George.
it'd be $30 per hour, which equates to $62,400 annual salary.
Yep. That's what George said.
Sounds good.
Make that motion. Get a second.
I'll second that.
Okay. Motion by Shane, seconded by Joe. To employ Katie Parks as the new city clerk, an annual salary of $62,400.
Is that effective immediately?
Yes.
Only if she accepts it.
Yeah, I guess she's gotta accept it.
I will accept it, so.
Okay. With all that being said, any discussion?
Are we going to, set the clerk up on a contract similar to the city manager this time? Or has there been any thought or to that point?
Well, Katie asked me that, and I said we certainly could do that.
There's been discussions about that in the past. I don't know that we've ever gotten it done, but
Yeah.
yeah, we can work through that.
Yeah.
What her position was, you're saying?
Like we do with the city manager.
Oh, yeah.
Just spells
Yeah.
out the expectations of the
Yeah.
position.
There actually was one drafted for the position at one time, but
Yeah.
it didn't go very far.
Okay.
Right.
We can work through that. Katie and I can work through that.
Yep, yeah, we don't have to do anything like that tonight, I'm just, I
No.
have it on the record that
We can
that's
do
how
that.
we intend to do it.
Okay. Any other questions, comments?
No, I think the pay is very adequate. I think for the time you've been here and you've learned quite a bit, and I think it's gonna be a good move for the city.
I'm excited.
So,
Okay, could we have roll call, please?
John Drew,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Graves,
Yes.
Shepherd.
yes.
Congratulations.
Okay, I would make a motion to approve the claims as presented. And I imagine your information was updated. I failed to come in here and look. There was some additions for utility refunds from my printed list. So I make a motion that we approve the claims as submitted.
I will second that.
I made the motion, seconded by Mark, to approve the claims as submitted. In reviewing some of the claims, I got into First National Bank of Omaha, and we're putting a lot of stuff on credit cards. And one of the things I noticed was I think we're paying some sales tax that we don't need to pay. Interesting thing about sales tax. In my work, I do some work for one housing authority and a couple nonprofits that are not housing authority, but they are submitting information to the state auditor's office. And the state auditor, one of these is a nonprofit, and the state auditor criticized them heavily for paying sales tax. And my stance is housing authorities are exempt from sales tax, but not a nonprofit that is engaging in a very similar thing. And the nonprofits who are providing low-income housing still have to pay property taxes. The housing authority does not have to pay property taxes. And of course, I had a small conversation with the state auditor's office, and they don't like to back down from from something that they've put in writing. But I don't know how that's going to end up, and I might have to talk to Adam about some of this stuff, just as a conversation piece. But anyhow, I would like to encourage the employees, when they're making reservations for travel, to ask for that state rate and have it direct billed. If the state rate comes back more than what you can negotiate with the hotel, I suppose, you know, your city would be money ahead by paying the sales tax. But I kind of doubt if that's the situation in most situations, or the case in most situations. So that, please pass that down to the department heads, who will pass it down to the employees to take advantage of that state rate at the lodging places. Okay. That all being said, Anybody have any other questions about the claims?
I just had one question on it was a street department mechanic bill that was impressive. I just had it in front of me.
It was the engine repair?
Yeah.
Murphy.
For Murphy's tractor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the engine repair for Murphy's tractor, I was just wondering what went down.
That was the crack machine, wasn't it? It was our crack machine that we had, that Dustin took down there for them to repair, and we had multiple issues. Dustin, would you like to explain what was fixed and repaired? Because I do not remember all of that. Thank you.
So it's a huge list. So basically, that's a crack fill machine that caught fire last year, and we had to rebuild. Basically, have the motor completely rebuilt because they don't sell parts for that anymore. Well, got it all back together. Ended up there actually being 5 shims and some injector rod, a couple pieces for the injector system that runs the governor, so basically it won't go full RPM and run away like it did last time. That's why I went to Murphy Tractor, and yeah, most of that is all labor.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have a functional machine now? Reliable
Yeah,
functional
it's
machine?
Sitting in my shop now.
Okay. No, that's just, that one kind of stuck out at me. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, could we have roll call, please?
John Drew?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Graves?
Yes.
Shepherd?
Yes.
Okay, city manager report.
I have nothing for tonight, George. Thank you.
Good grief.
I know. It's running smoothly.
Well, somebody will throw a wrench in there.
No, of course they will, but right now it's not. The wrenches are staying in the toolboxes.
Give it 2 weeks.
Okay, we do not need a resolution to excuse absence of council members, so council closing comments, we'll start with Joe.
Obviously, the topic of the night is please remember to get out and vote. If you haven't done so already, appreciate all of our state and local officials who are taking on that task and everything they're gonna be doing tomorrow and making sure that it's a fair and ethical process. And also, after the election and after we're settled in on our new representation, remember to clean up your yard signs. It's always kind of tacky to watch those wither away all winter long, and I can say this, they make amazing target backers. You can get a lot of use out of those things. They're easy to carry and very light, and they're incredible. They're almost self-sealing. It's underutilized. So yeah, please take the election seriously. It's an incredible right that we have, and I kind of hate to see people make light of it as much as they do nowadays. And then also congratulations to our Chadron Cardinal football team for their first playoff win, and I hope they have a continuance of that down in Sydney.
Okay, my speechwriter, better known as Emily. Everybody ought to have a speechwriter.
It would help.
I am very fortunate. But anyhow, along with the things that Joe mentioned, I want to thank everyone for participating in Halloween activities. Looked like fun and well attended. The outdoor decorations were the best this year. She mentioned the Husker volleyball, which we obviously are all, I think, since we're residents of Nebraska, we should all be enthused about it. And my speechwriter coined a new term, tourism carry. I don't think she meant it that way, but that's the way it came out. Has the Courthouse Festival of Trees applications out. And the deadline is November 7th. It's a great opportunity to spotlight your club or organization. Veterans Day is November 11th. Remember to thank a veteran for your freedom. And Pine Bough Bazaar is this coming weekend at the fairgrounds. I believe that's correct. So that's what I got. Did I leave you anything, Mark?
Last time you guys didn't, but this. But, so during the course of my days, I see a great many people throughout the day, and it occurred to me that we don't really know what everyone's going through in their lives on a daily basis. And so if someone's a little rude to you or a little cranky with you, just make an extra effort to be kind to one another. I guess that's all I have.
Amen to that, Mark. I think George and Joe said about everything, and I like to reemphasize vote. A lot of people are political out there, so if you don't vote, nothing's gonna change, so. That's all I have.
Okay. Very good. I
I
make
make a motion to adjourn.
Second that.
motion by Mark, seconded by Shane to adjourn. Could we have a roll call, please?
John Drew,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Graves,
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.